January 1941, Franklin Roosevelt came to this chamber to speak to the nation, and he said, "I address you at a moment unprecedented in the history of the Union. Hitler was on the march. War was raging in Europe. President Roosevelt's purpose was to wake up Congress and alert the American people. Tonight, I come to this same chamber to address the nation. Overseas, Putin of Russia is on the march, invading Ukraine and sowing chaos throughout Europe and beyond. If anybody in this room thinks Putin will stop at Ukraine, I assure you he will not." But Ukraine can stop Putin. Ukraine can stop Putin if we stand with Ukraine and provide the weapons that it needs to defend itself. America is a founding member of NATO, the military alliance of democratic nations created after World War II to prevent war and keep the peace. And today, we've made NATO stronger than ever. We welcomed Finland to the alliance last year. And just this morning, Sweden officially joined, and their minister is here tonight. Can they stand up? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And they know how to fight. Mr. Prime Minister, welcome to NATO, the strongest military alliance the world has ever seen. We have to stand up to Putin.
Да, ребят, я вижу тувинцев или бурятов. Судя по тому, что, смотрите, наш флаг имперский.
Shit in my head, yeah, you don't wanna know. On your knees, begging for your life. Aim my 44 till you don't, now you're gone. Knife cutting straight to the fucking bone. Hand full of pills, don't know what the fuck they for. Yelling bitches, but you know the devil can't fucking overdose. Darkness taking over all the souls. The look of terror on the faces of the masses. Poison is a form of disease.
Me too. On paper, a war between Russia and Ukraine is not a fair fight. On every quantifiable metric, troops, armed vehicles, aircraft, you name it, the Russians outnumber the Ukrainians by a significant margin. They have more advanced weapons, superior capacities in cyberspace, and a recent history of sophisticated deployments of military force. The Russian plan for the occupation and annexation of Ukraine cannot be understood without appreciating the preconditions that Russia believed it had established through its protracted unconventional warfare against Kyiv. The strategy was premised on the orchestration of agents in place, built up over decades, but applied to a radically different policy from that for which most of Moscow's assets had been recruited. On screen is an animation depicting the first 200 days of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine by the Institute for the Study of War. Russia's intended defeat mechanism was Ukraine's internal destabilization and disorganization, which was supposed to disable the system of government and military command and control, undermine public trust in government institutions, reduce national stability, and minimize aid to Ukraine from international partners. Under such conditions, the Russian military anticipated encountering little, sustained, or organized resistance.
Putin sacrificed the country to save himself. Putin is wanted for war crimes, and he will face justice. And there is a courtroom in The Hague waiting for him, my friends.
After the Yom Kippur War, commander of the US Army's training and doctrine identified three major lessons learned. 1. Modern weapons are vastly more lethal than any weapons we have encountered on the battlefield before. 2. In order to cope with these weapons, it is essential we have a highly trained and highly skilled combined arms team. 3. The training of the individual as well as the team will make the difference between success and failure on the battlefield. Nearly 50 years later, the Western world was shocked by the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. First by the invasion itself, and then by the shocking tactical ineptitude of many Russian army units that, coupled with bad planning, ignored the lessons learned in the last 20 years from Chechnya to Syria to the Donbass.
We do not want to harm you in any way, nor to hurt your national feelings. We have always respected the territorial integrity of the Ukrainian state. Don't believe those who scare you about Russia and shout that other regions will follow Crimea. We do not want the division of Ukraine. We don't need it. The anti-Russian propaganda campaign, in which very high-ranking European personalities participate, is accompanied by speculations that Russia is supposed to attack Europe. I have spoken about this many times, and there is nothing to repeat in this room. We understand that this is absolutely not true.
И если вы считаете, что мы остановимся на Украине, подумайте 300 раз. Напомню вам, что Украина – это всего лишь промежуточный этап в обеспечении стратегической безопасности Российской Федерации.
У нас кончится терпение, мы просто запустим что-нибудь тяжелое в сторону Вашингтона и Лондона.
Польша доиграется. Было 3 раздела Польши. 4-й будет последний.
Граница России нигде не заканчивается.
Придет время, и Польше ничего не останется. И от Прибалтики. Мне кажется, что государства под названием Литва и государства под названием Польша ведут себя слишком нагло. Слишком нагло. И не понимают еще, так сказать, да, что вот на самом деле с ними можно разобраться быстрее, чем с Украиной.
Пускай пищат, кричат, да, это бомбардировщики, которые способны нести ядерное оружие, но у нас нет другого выхода.
Наши подлодки способны выпустить более 500 ядерных боеголовок, что гарантированно уничтожают США и все страны НАТО в придачу. Это по принципу «зачем нам мир, если в нем не будет России?». И сейчас вся российская триада переведена в особый режим боевого дежурства.
Если мы снова нашу армию подведем к западным границам, они трусливые, они боятся, их нужно брать испугом, кнутом.
Мы ни в коем случае не можем остановиться на полпути.
С такими санкциями, кто сказал, что надо останавливаться вообще в границах Украины?
Например, может выглядеть сценарий по, собственно, захвату Прибалтики.
Да и Россия – единственная страна в мире, которая реально способна превратить США в радиоактивный пепел.
А говорили, натовская не горит.
Горит. Горит так, что хер потушишь.
The invasion of Ukraine by Russia has reawakened the NATO military alliance, prompting a significant shift in its focus towards bolstering its eastern flank. Following Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the subsequent full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, NATO has intensified its military presence along its eastern borders. This response is aimed at deterring further aggression from Moscow and safeguarding the security of NATO member states located in close proximity to Russia. In response to the escalating tensions with Russia, NATO has significantly increased troop deployments on its eastern flank, encompassing countries like Poland, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Romania, Slovakia, Hungary, and Bulgaria. The ongoing conflict in Ukraine has underscored the vulnerability of NATO's eastern flank to potential Russian aggression. Countries like Lithuania and Poland have particular concerns due to their geographical proximity to Russian territories, such as Kaliningrad and Belarus. The strategic importance of controlling regions like the Baltic Sea has become increasingly evident as NATO seeks to fortify its defences against any encroachment by Russia. As NATO grapples with the repercussions of Russia's actions in Ukraine, member states are reaffirming their commitments to the collective defence under Article 5 of the treaty. Efforts are underway to strengthen alliances within the organisation and enhance coordination on defence strategies aimed at countering Russian threats. The focus on unity and solidarity within NATO is crucial in addressing the evolving security landscape in Europe. In conclusion, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has served as a wake-up call for the NATO military alliance, prompting a renewed emphasis on fortifying its eastern flank and enhancing deterrence measures against potential Russian aggression. The ongoing conflict underscores the critical role of NATO in maintaining regional stability and safeguarding the sovereignty of its member states.
And look, lastly, if Mr. Putin and Russian officials are worried about their troops in Ukraine getting hit with weapons from other countries, then the easiest thing to do is just take your troops and leave.
Putin's three-day war has reached day 847. The war for Ukraine continues. Thank you for watching.
You ask what is our policy? I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears, and sweat. The enemy attacked us on all sides. They tried hard, with all the strength, with all our might.
Continuing to be liberated as the Russian forces run away, desert.
Holding in their hands these instruments of colossal and staggering power against a monstrous tyranny. That is our policy. What is our aim? Victory at all costs. Victory in spite of all terror. Victory however long and hard the road may be. But without victory there is no survival. That mankind will move forward towards its goal. But I take up my task to ride out the storm of war. We shall prove ourselves to defend our island home. If all do their duty, we shall defend our island. We shall never surrender. You ask what is our policy? That is our policy.